You ever hit rock bottom so hard you thought you'd fall through the earth? I did. I was 48 years old, divorced, laid off from the only career I'd ever known in middle management, and living out of my beat-up sedan in a strip mall parking lot. The savings were gone, the house was foreclosed, and for the first time in my life, I was genuinely hungry. I had spent 2 days calling old contacts, hitting brick walls, and staring at the almost empty gas gauge. I had exactly $3 to my name and the gnawing panic that I was a complete failure. That's how I ended up in a dingy, fluorescent, lit plasma donation center, hoping to scrape together $50 just to eat and buy gas. The process was exactly as humiliating as you'd imagine, signing forms about my medical history, sitting next to people who looked just as desperate as I felt. When the nurse, a young woman named Brenda, inserted the needle, I looked away, swallowing my pride. But about 10 minutes into the donation, she suddenly looked down at the blood analyzer machine, then back at me, her eyes wide with a confusion that quickly turned to terror. She ripped the needle out of my arm, grabbed the donation bag, and yelled, "Asterisk, asterisk, sir, stop, freeze, your blood. It's worth millions, asterisk, asterisk." I thought she was crazy, or maybe that I was hallucinating from hunger, but she wasn't. Within an hour, I was whisked away in an unmarked car, and I realized that the thing I was trying to sell for $1.50 was the only thing I had left that was actually priceless. If you suddenly discovered that your very biology held the secret to a fortune, but that discovery put you in the crosshairs of powerful, shadowy entities, would you trade that security for wealth? Tell me, was I foolish to accept the deal that changed my life, or was it the only way out? To understand how utterly devastating that moment of failure was, you need to know who I used to be. My name is David, and for 20 years, I was the quintessential company man at a large regional manufacturing firm. I wore the gray suits, had the corner office, and drove the practical sedan. My life was defined by stability. I married my college sweetheart, had 2 great kids who were now in college, and maintained a nice, if slightly boring, suburban life. My wife, Carol, and I were comfortable. Our biggest worry was whether we could afford the annual trip to the Cape. But stability is an illusion, isn't it? When the firm was acquired by a massive global conglomerate, my entire department was deemed redundant. I was 48, too old for the tech startups, and too specialized for anything else. The severance package lasted about 6 months, during which I sent out hundreds of resumes and got 0 callbacks. Carol, who had always defined herself by the social status my job provided, couldn't handle the decline. The fights started small, about bills, about my lack of drive, but quickly escalated. She blamed me entirely for the loss of our security. 6 months after the layoff, she served me with divorce papers, taking the house equity and most of the remaining liquid savings, arguing that my inability to secure appropriate employment justified her maintaining the standard of living. I didn't have the emotional energy or the funds to fight. I walked away with the sedan, a couple of boxes of clothes, and the humiliating feeling that my life was over. The 2 months that followed were a blur of cheap motels, then sleeping in my car, surviving on gas station coffee, and the last scraps of my dignity. I was meticulously calculating every gallon of gas, every instant meal. That Tuesday morning, staring at the $1.47 plasma donation sign, felt like the lowest point of my entire existence. I needed that $50 just to make it through the week. The plasma center smelled like antiseptic and desperation. I remember the plastic chair squeaking under me as Brenda, the nurse, went through the usual checklist. She was young, maybe early 20s, wearing surgical scrubs and looking incredibly bored. She pricked my finger for the initial hemoglobin check and seemed fine. Then came the big needle. I watched the thick, dark red blood start pooling in the bag, then turned my head to look at the peeling paint on the wall. I must have been sitting there for 10 minutes, just drifting, thinking about how I was going to manage to pay for my daughter's next textbook installment, when I heard a small, sharp noise, the machine giving an unusual alert. I looked over and saw Brenda staring intently at a screen on the blood analyzer. Her hand, which was resting near the needle port, was now shaking. She looked at me, then back at the machine, her eyes darting like a trapped bird. She abruptly hit a large red button on the machine, which stopped the flow. She yanked the needle out. It hurt, but I barely registered it, and clamped the tube to the half-full bag of my blood. Her face was white. Asterisk asterisk, stay right there, sir. Do not move. Asterisk asterisk. She hissed, grabbing the blood bag like it was a gold bar and sprinting out the room without another word. I sat there, confused, a small bandage on my arm, wondering if I had some exotic, disqualifying disease. I figured I wouldn't even get the $50. I was about to get up and leave when the door burst open. This time, it wasn't Brenda. It was two men in expensive, anonymous dark suits, followed by a distinguished-looking woman in a lab coat, her face etched with urgency and a strange kind of awe. The suits were silent, flanking me instantly. The woman in the lab coat crouched down, her voice low and tense. "Sir, my name is Dr. Elias. I work for a private research firm. We need you to come with us immediately. This is not optional. Your blood. It is exhibiting extremely rare, possibly asterisk asterisk unique properties asterisk asterisk. The plasma you were selling for $50 is, in fact, asterisk asterisk, biologically priceless asterisk asterisk." She mentioned something about an asterisk asterisk, ultra-rare antibody asterisk asterisk, and a asterisk asterisk, unique genetic marker asterisk asterisk, that shouldn't exist. Before I could process the words, the men had me by the arms, ushering me out the back entrance of the donation center and into a tinted window SUV waiting in the alley. The next few hours felt like a spy movie. We drove for what felt like forever, into the wealthy suburbs I used to live in, then deep into a corporate campus I didn't recognize. All high security, pristine landscaping, and concrete towers. I was taken to a sterile, high-tech lab. Dr. Elias and a team of specialists immediately began running tests, drawing more blood. A lot more blood, but treating me with a deference and care I hadn't received in years. They explained the situation, slowly, carefully, using complex medical jargon that finally crystallized into a stunning revelation. I had a genetic anomaly. A asterisk asterisk, single, highly specific protein asterisk asterisk in my plasma acted as a universal, extremely potent asterisk asterisk anti-inflammatory agent asterisk asterisk, capable of neutralizing the causes of multiple chronic, debilitating diseases, including certain aggressive forms of autoimmune disorders and even early-onset Alzheimer's. This protein was utterly unique to me. It was a asterisk asterisk, biological miracle asterisk asterisk, the key to treatments that could genuinely change medicine, potentially saving millions of lives and alleviating billions in suffering. It was, Dr. Elias repeated, unquantifiably valuable. She showed me initial, rushed test results, tissue samples, computer models, all confirming the staggering potential of my blood. The problem, she explained, was the asterisk asterisk secrecy and the danger asterisk asterisk. If this became public, I would be a walking, priceless target for every pharmaceutical giant, government agency, and shadowy competitor on the planet. I was no longer just David. I was the most valuable biological commodity in the world. They were offering me protection and a partnership. They offered me a contract, exclusive, worldwide rights to the harvest and use of my unique plasma protein, in exchange for a staggering sum. They proposed a $1 million immediate signing bonus a dedicated, secure residence round, the clock protection, and a **, 2% perpetual royalty ** on all future revenue generated from drugs derived from my plasma. The first estimates for the total addressable market were in the billions of dollars annually. I was sitting there, a man who 3 hours ago was worried about $1.50 for gas, listening to an offer that guaranteed I would be a ** multimillionaire within the year **, with the potential to be a *9 figurehead * in the world of biotechnology. The irony was suffocating. I had lost everything because I was deemed worthless in the business world, only to discover I was priceless at the biological level. I asked them why they needed exclusivity. Dr. Elias explained that if they didn't act immediately, a rival firm that had been surveilling the donation centers, a chilling detail that made me shiver, would snatch me up, and they had already detected the glitch in their systems. They presented me with the contract and a bank wire receipt for the $1 million, already executed. The decision had to be made immediately, so that's the situation I was in. I was no longer sleeping in my car. I was sitting in a secure lab, faced with an ironclad, life-altering contract. I had the choice to sign the contract, gain immediate security, wealth, and a purpose, but tie my unique biology to one secretive firm and potentially expose myself to a lifetime of high-level secrecy and danger, or I could refuse, try to shop my blood around, and likely end up kidnapped or dissected within the week by someone far less scrupulous. Before I tell you what I did, and the ingenious way I used this new fortune to deal with the ex-wife who called me a failure, I want you to pause and comment below what you would have done in my shoes. Would you have signed the contract immediately for the protection and the millions, or would you have hesitated, trying to shop your priceless blood to the highest, most public bidder, knowing the immense risk involved? Seriously, let me know what choice you would have made right there. I signed the contract immediately. I was a businessman at heart, and I recognized a non-negotiable term when I saw one. protection, $1 million cash and guaranteed security instantly outweighed the slim, dangerous chance of securing a better deal later. The money hit my new, secure account instantly. I was no longer David, the failure. I was David, the asset. My life became a meticulous cycle of health checks, carefully monitored environments, and weekly plasma donations in a dedicated facility that looked more like a 5-star spa than a clinic. I had a full security detail, a driver, and a beautifully furnished, secure apartment in a nondescript but highly exclusive building. Within 3 months, the preliminary drug trials showed massive success, and the firm, which I now knew was called Etherid Bio Holdings began the final stage of regulatory approval. My 2% royalty started looking less like a lottery win and more like a guaranteed astronomical income stream. I received my first quarterly royalty check, and the numbers were staggering. I was officially worth more than $15 million liquid and held the rights to a revenue stream that would soon make me 9 figures. Now, for Carol, my ex wife, the one who defined my value by my job title and called me a failure. She had no idea any of this was happening. She assumed I was still scraping by, maybe working retail or stocking shelves. Her social media was a constant feed of her perfect new life, complete with passive-aggressive posts about finding true success. After shedding dead weight, I decided I wouldn't parade my success. I would simply erase her entire narrative of my failure. Carol's biggest vulnerability was the house, the one she fought for, the one that represented her status. She had remortgaged it heavily after the divorce, confident that she'd maintain her lifestyle with her new, mediocre boyfriend, and by continuously maximizing her credit. She was leveraged. I instructed my wealth managers at Ethelred, using a completely untraceable shell corporation named Volubill LLC ***, to quietly buy the secured interest on her house's mortgage, which was held by a regional bank eager to offload risk. Within days, my LLC held the note to Carol's prized possession. The day came when I had to deal with the old life. I sent Carol a certified letter from Volubill LLC, notifying her of the change in mortgage holder and citing an almost immediate technical default, which was easily engineered by simply changing the payment routing number. The letter demanded immediate repayment in full, or the house would be foreclosed upon within 30 days. Carol, in a panicked rage, immediately called her lawyer, who tried to call mine. But my lawyer, a sharp, cold specialist who only dealt with high-stakes biosecurity assets, simply sent a one-line reply: "The debt is valid and secured. The call stands." Carol frantically posted on social media, complaining about a corporate bully, attacking a single mother, clearly trying to rally pity. I remained silent. The final confrontation happened when she was forced to schedule a mediation meeting to discuss the cruel terms of the foreclosure. It was held in a standard downtown lawyers' conference room, but this time I wasn't wearing my beaten-up suit. I wore a tailored, custom suit, the kind you don't buy, you commission. Carol walked in, looking frazzled, still radiating that air of entitled victimhood. She started immediately. "David, you need to call off your people. This is vindictive. This is about the house, isn't it? You're ruining me over alimony." I waited until her lawyer told her to calm down. Then, I slid 2 documents across the table. The first was the deed to her house, now officially in the name of Volubill LLC ***. The second was a single, crisp business card that read: ***David, Chief Biological Asset, Ethelred Bio, Holdings ***. Carol didn't understand the card. Her lawyer, however, recognized the Ethelred name, a secretive powerhouse that had just broken into the news for its revolutionary new anti-inflammatory drug. "Volubill LLC is mine, Carol," I said, my voice calm, steady, and utterly emotionless. "The house is mine, and my alimony payments have been officially discharged as the assets used to purchase your debt were legally acquired after the divorce and the settlement terms were met." She started to sputter about the $47 I was selling my blood for. I cut her off. "I was selling plasma for $50 because you took everything. That plasma, the thing you dismissed as the pathetic final resource of a failure, contained a protein that is now worth billions. I am not a failure, Carol. I am an asset and my personal value is higher than every house and every firm you have ever been associated with." Her face went through the same agonizing shift of realization as my plasma nurse did. Confusion, then horror, then sick, jealous awe. She realized the man she called worthless was now infinitely rich, and had used his new power to dismantle the only thing she valued. I offered a final deal. I would take the house and the car, the assets I already owned, and in exchange, I would ensure she received a substantial cash settlement from Volubil LLC, enough to comfortably start over, provided she signed a non-disclosure agreement and officially dropped any claims related to the old marriage. She took the deal, utterly defeated. She moved to a small apartment, stripped of the status she craved. I continued with Ethelred, now a full partner in life, changing medical research. I bought a luxurious, secure home, and the first person I hired was Brenda, the plasma nurse who had the presence of mind to save my blood. She's now earning a six-figure salary as my personal phlebotomist and assistant. I wasn't just saved by luck. I was saved by the realization that my value was internal, not external. I look at the world now, and I see how quickly fortunes can change, and how utterly fleeting external status is. The failure wasn't the layoff. The failure was believing that Carol and the company defined my worth. I was never pathetic. I was just waiting for my blood to mature. Like this video, if you think Carol got the exact dose of karma she deserved. Subscribe for more stories about biological windfalls and the ultimate revenge. And please, share your final thoughts on this whole, messy situation in the comments section below. Do you think I was too cruel, or was it the only way to truly reclaim my dignity? I'll see you all in the next story.